Welcome, everyone. This is Professor Albert Nigrin. I'm the Executive Director and the Curator of the New Jersey International Film Festival, and we're here today with a very special interview with a big fan of the New Jersey Film Festival for many years, but he's going to be doing an audiovisual concert on June 13th. His name is Mike Kovacs. Welcome, Mike.
Hi.
We're going to be doing a little interview now and talking about what we've been doing for the last 2 years. Well, as you know, New Brunswick used to be a very hip place for music.
Yeah.
And it's changed so much over the years.
What do you say?
I mean, corporations have kind of squeezed out all the great places like the Court Tavern, the Buddha Lounge, the Melody. So I thought it'd be really great for the film festival to bring in some performers to kind of try to revitalize the New Brunswick scene. There's lots of basement shows, don't get me wrong, but I think the idea is to try to give it more of a above ground profile. And so we started this back in 2013. We have Tim Motzer come.
Right.
And then we also had the magnificent Marissa Nadler come last summer.
Oh, she was great.
She was really wonderful. And thank you for lending us your amp for that show.
We have to care, musicians have to care
That's
for each
right.
other.
And then I'm trying to think, we also had a wonderful noise musician. His name is Jim Haynes.
Right.
He came and he did a show. And we also had the wonderful Asbury Park musician Renee Maskin. She did a show. And so now you're our 5th concert.
A prime number. It was great because I saw it. I got to tell you, because I went to the first one and I saw it and I went, I got to do this because it was so cool. The screen is huge and everyone's wonderful, but it was great.
But that's the thing. It's not a normal concert. I mean, it's meant to be audiovisual. So I know that you're working on creating some images to go with your performance.
Right.
Can you tell us what our audience is going to see and hear?
Well, it's almost like a retrospective because I started doing it way back in the first one was '95, right? And it was on. I shot on Super 8 and then had it on 16 millimeter, and then you have a 16 mil projector projected it shows. And that was a pain. That was a big pain to have, but it was also cumbersome and trying to get places. I did it at Rutgers, I think once or twice. But then that went by the wayside to do more music, and then the opportunity came up later to do a video, decided to shoot a video. And then when that was ending, I did like a multimedia rock opera or whatever, and I just kind of went for broke on that one. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I think I have copies of your CDs, and I remember listeing to them all the time. They're very melodic, and they're very, I mean, they're avant-garde to a certain extent as well.
Well, I don't hit left, I don't hit center. I always go left, only simply because that's where the fun is. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that's where my heroes are kind of like, you know, it's not so out there where you listen to it and go, no, or so banal you just go, oh, that was cute. It's just a little bit of dirt to kind of get it. That's the fun.
Well, that kind of fits our motif as well. We like to get down in the nitty-gritty and not necessarily always show films or music that is sugary. You know, we want it to be a little bit challenging. And I think your stuff is really easy to listen to, but we're not just going to be listening to you, right? There's going to be other musicians you're going to be
no, I'm bringing a cello player, Chris Sadrovic. She is a Rutgers graduate. And the idea, so it's live music and visual. So that's a little different, and it's not like a hypersync setup where you've got the drummer's got a click count and everything's going to lock. It's more than that. I mean, it's locked in to an extent. There's a little bit of wiggle room, because that's just how I had to do it, and it's fun. The idea was always, I grew up on film, like so the idea was visuals and music were always linked, but it was like, I don't want to bring a 16 mil projector everywhere I go.
It's a big pain.
And then you pray it doesn't jam, right? And
or
then
break,
or that the bulb doesn't go out. So, but the visual music has always been in my wheelhouse, but just the idea of doing it now. So that's why with this thing, when you said, do you want to do the concert, I went, yes. And then I immediately thought, let's do some new films.
Well, I mean, it's really important for us to, give back to the community, but also have local musicians that we would like to get more attention in our area. I mean, I know you play all over Trenton and you're a busker, but I think we want to give you a little bit of a higher profile too, because you've been such a big supporter of the festival over the years.
Well, for the record, I wanted to join it years earlier. But the thing was, like, I'm a musician, so all the showings are at night on the weekend. And guess what I'm doing? I'm rehearsing or gigging. So when the pandemic hit, I went, it's time. And then it just opened up a whole new world to me about indie films, and just kind of watching them and going, oh, neat. And I like watching people that are doing it. Do you know what I mean? That are alive and making stuff, because that's very hopeful. Because like, oh, I like that. People are making good stuff. And that's because if it's a $200 million budget, you're not going to sit there and go, yeah, I can do that. It's like, yeah, I can totally get that money. You can't do that.
Well, the lo-fi angle is good. I mean, I think lo-fi films or lo-fi music can be really just as engaging as the hi-fi glitzy stuff.
Well, I mean, the old recording, like, people still listen to old recordings. They still watch silent films.
Yeah.
They still watch. So it's not about, I think it's more about if you can do it well enough but tell the story well, you're in. You know, don't be clever, don't be cute. Just tell a good story and tell it well.
But what are you going to play for our audience when you come? Can
yeah.
you tell us?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, the idea is it's kind of, we're going to do the first two films, which were first a piece called Sacred and Dirty Katie, and then just go in timeline. Then there's Someday Beautiful. That was fun. We shot it in the third floor of a Catholic school.
Wow.
That was used. That was fun. That actually, we did both those videos, and then there will be two new films, two new ones, one with spoken word and voice, and then another one with my friend Josie Koyik, who's danced with Plobulus and Bill T. Jones. So that's what we were shooting on Saturday. We were shooting that, and it's like, you know, live guitar, and she'll be, you know, the film will be playing. We want to take that a step further and have her dance with the film live, not at that show, but that's the kind of the thing, because she's great. She's so good.
Our space is a lecture hall, so it's not really, it doesn't really have a stage.
Right.
And that's the thing I think I'd like to work on for future shows, but that's in the offing, not going to happen in time for yours.
No, I mean, it's fine, because I just love because it's a unique experience coming to this thing for music and video and film, because it's so huge. Like, it's just like, it's this surround
and
experience.
it is soundproof, so the sound is really nice.
No, it's great.
The acoustics are really pretty good. So Mike is going to be there on Friday, June 13th. It's our festival closer.
Yay.
And so we will conclude our festival on Friday, June 13th. Friday the 13th.
I know, I picked that.
Oh my God.
It's like I'm rolling all the dice.
Here
on this
we
one.
go. So the concert will take place only in person at 7 p.m. And Mike will be there, and he'll be able to interact with the audience afterwards.
Yes, he's fun. Oh, sure.
This was fun.
This is great. This is easy.
Yeah, very easy.
Wonderful.
So thanks so much.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
My mother combed my hair, and then on the day that holds your name, she fell to the floor, and you took her away without a warning.